Pleasure to be joined now by Sacramento native, the former Grant High School star and now current member of the Las Vegas Raiders, coming over from the Denver Broncos. That is Devontae Booker. Devontae, thank you so much for coming on. And how's everything going in quarantine for you so far?
It's been cool. I guess I actually been liking it, enjoying the time that I get to spend now with my family, and it's just a longer time that I didn't spent with them on an off season schedule. Usually, I will be back in wherever on my team city, working out or doing stuff like that in that nature. So. I actually been enjoying this time, quarantining and, just hanging with the family.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I like how a lot of people are finding positives when in something that, there's not a lot of positives going on, but some people are still able to stay positive and find, the silver linings in all of this.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, sure, you could do pretty much whatever still. Just, make sure you social distancing and, just staying out of the way for the most part.
Do you have any tricks? I know you're a father. You've got a family of your own. Do you have any tricks to kind of get through the quarantine? Is there music, movies, or a television series or video games that you're involved to try to pass the time?
Pretty much all of that, honestly. We'd be watching movies every night, playing video games, music. Just try to find certain little ways to do different activities with the kids because, you could easily get bored here at the house or, so we'll try to walk around the neighborhood or go to a park or, just like I said, trying to find different ways to, have them have fun with them in different activities.
Are you here in Sacramento now?
Yes, I am.
That's great. That's great. When you think about just the opportunity that lies ahead for you, come after 4 seasons in Denver and the way things kind of went there to where you are now with the new opportunity with the Raiders that you knew growing up here in Sacramento when they were in the Bay, and now you guys are going to be part of the first season in Vegas. Just what does it mean to you to kind of head into this next chapter of your career with a new team?
I'm really excited. I think I ain't never been this excited since the day I had got drafted. And just, I have been in the league 4 years already with Denver, and I'm just excited for this new opportunity that's coming upon me. And I'm just ready. Like I said, I'm more excited than ever. I'm just ready to go out there and bust my tail and just go out there and take that opportunity I never really got in Denver and just to go and run my butt off. I got fresh legs. Like I said, it's just a new leaf for me. A new leaf, a new beginning, and I'm just ready and excited to go out there and go ball out and, the Raider way now.
That's awesome. Yeah, I got to imagine putting on the silver and black is going to be – it's not going to be hard to get used to at all, will it?
Not at all. A lot of my family is Raider fans, so, I grew up as a Raider fan, at some point in my life. So, yeah, I mean, I used to have a Charles Woodson jersey when I was younger, so I wore that thing to death. So, yeah, it's just – it's not nothing to get used to.
And I saw you were going with number 46. I don't know if that's totally for certain going forward into the season, but is there a number you've got your eye on, or is 46 going to be it?
Nah, 46 is just the number they have for the roster. Honestly, that was the only number that they even had. So I was just like, man, I could hold off and wait a couple weeks or something, or wait till, camp or something just to, try to prolong my time with that number, or not even try to get that number. But they just had to put that up there for the roster and everything. So I'll be for sure getting out of that number ASAP.
So don't go run out and buy a 46 jersey is what you're saying to Raider fans.
Yeah, definitely. Don't do that because I'm for sure going to change it soon.
What will be the desired number for people who don't know?
I'm not sure. Obviously, I wore 23. That's my favorite number. Looks like I probably won't be able to get that here in Denver. I mean, in Vegas with the Raiders, and I'm not sure. Probably a 20s number with something that opens up. You know, I'll figure it out.
When you think about just what the four seasons in Denver, and I know the critics will always say statistically his best year was his rookie season, and you had all these crowded backfields and things like that while you were in Denver. But for you, just what do you make of just that time, and what kind of stands out in those first four seasons for you individually as an NFL player?
I think just me, honestly, just building relationships with guys around the league, my teammates and stuff in Denver. Um, like I said, shoot, I really haven't got that opportunity there in Denver. So it was just more so, when I did get my little touches here and there, I had to make the most of them. But like I said, just more so just the relationships I built around the league and just with my teammates for those 4 years that I was in Denver. It's pretty much nothing like it. And like I said, now I'm going on to a new journey with this new team, and I'm looking forward to it. Like I said before, I'm excited. I'm just ready. Like I said, I ain't never been this pumped, since the day I got drafted. So me going to a new team and new beginning, it's like I'm really excited.
What is it that, I mean, you're entering a situation where you've got another crowded backfield. What is it that makes you so confident that things will work out here?
Honestly, I just it's just a good feeling. I kind of feel it once I signed there, and reason why was really I was kind of waiting on after the draft so I can kind of sort out the teams where I was going to end up going, and I felt like it didn't really make no sense for me to sign somewhere before the draft, and I end up in a situation where a team would draft a guy, and their draft guy that they drafted, a running back, they would be their number one priority. So I didn't want to end up kind of in a situation like that. And I think, just more so these guys, Raiders was looking for more like, of a veteran type runner. And, so I guess, just things worked out that way with me signing with the Raiders. Like I said, I got a good opportunity in front of me. And I'm, like I said, I'm just ready.
Yeah, that's great. I asked that question that way because, I remember back. I remembered because I was with you, during the time where you were drafted, and one of the things I always remember was watching NFL Network, and Mike Mayock, who was a member of NFL Network at that time, he was saying these glowing things about you. And I remember when you were drafted, he says, "Finally," like he was ahead of everybody, saying you were one of the best backs in the draft. And couldn't believe it. And I remembered that, had to go back, found it on YouTube. Certainly I was able to find the moment where he's gushing about you, and now here you are playing for him. It's kind of funny how things work out.
Yeah, definitely. And really with just, even, Coach Gruden and stuff, that before he even, came back to coaching, and he was on, Monday Night Football and stuff, and we'll play games, and he was saying these glowing words and stuff like that too. So I just knew that they always liked me. At some point, it was just once I had to get out of Denver, then would kind of make my way towards them or just whoever that liked me. When I was coming out in the draft, I know a lot of teams and just staffs and coaches and stuff was wondering where I've been, all 4 years. I'm like, shoot, I've been on Denver the whole time, but I just, really didn't get no opportunity to, do anything. So I was kind of just sitting there waiting for opportunity or, waiting for my number to be called to go out there and play. And you know, now since I didn't sign with the Raiders, it just you know, Mike Mayock and you know, Coach Gruden and everything, they like what they seen from, you know, even me coming from Utah and me playing in the NFL already. So yeah, that's how all that went down.
You mentioned Coach Gruden, and I imagine as a football player, I mean, I remember you're a Raider fan. You remember he took them to the took them very, very deep, and then played against them in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
What is it like for you now to be coached by him so many years later, after seeing him coach the Raiders before, seeing him as an analyst on Monday Night Football, and now here you are you're going to be coached by him.
It feels good. Yeah, it feels good. You know, just seeing him after all these years, and you know, you would never think he was going to come back to, you know, coaching from, you know, him having all these different TV gigs and stuff like that. But when he came back to announce that he was coming back to coaching, I was just like, oh, I was pretty, you know, I think everybody was in wow, you know, just with the deal that he had, you know, got from coming back, you know, to coach. And I know I didn't, you know, heard a lot of stories from, you know, Paris Warren actually, that used to go to Grant and, you know, played at Grant and went to Utah as well and played for Coach Gruden. He will always tell stories about how good of a coach he is, and, you know, just the offense he runs, and, you know, he will get, you know, the players the ball. He'll find a way to get, you know, players the ball. So I'm just like, oh man, that was always in the back of my head thinking about it. And then, you know, here I am with the Raiders and everything, and get to play for Coach Gruden, and, you know, get to have that opportunity, you know, playing with him.
Yeah, that's awesome. I imagine, you know, I'm one of those fans that are always so amused by him, and if I was playing for him, I can't tell you how many times I'd probably laugh, and I don't know that would ever wear off just because he's such a character.
Yeah, for sure. You know, just how he is, like his personality, you can just, you know, it kind of, you know, make you laugh, and he's a funny guy, and, you know, like, and all, you know, he's serious in coaching too. So, you know, it's just, you know, it's good. You know, I'm good with it.
I know this is such a crazy time for everyone. You can't really be around teammates, players, coaches. You're probably doing a lot of these Zoom interviews with everybody. I know that there's not really a competitive advantage, but how difficult of a time is this as a pro football player when ordinarily you'd be working out differently, you'd be around so many guys, you probably would have had OTAs already. Is it that much of a trying time as a professional football player trying to gear up for a new season, or is there still enough time left for things to kind of calm down, and once training camp opens up, things will probably be fine?
I think it's difficult right now, just for everybody, coaches, the players, just everybody in general in football right now, just because, you know, like you said, you'll be either, you know, there working out, you know, having meetings, and it's just different because you got to do all this stuff over the phone, and, you know, doing Zoom meetings and stuff for like 2 hours a day, you know, that ain't really too much of a time to, you know, pretty much put in stuff. I mean, yeah, you can go by about a day by day, but it's really not the same, because right now we would be in OTAs going over, you know, actually running and, you know, going over plays and, you know, installing a bunch of stuff. But now it's just kind of like you gotta just learn on the fly, especially with me. You know, they started Zoom meetings a few weeks ago, and me just signing, you know, last week and everything. I'm trying to learn on the fly now and get back to everybody else's pace. So, but it's definitely difficult, and hopefully everything, all of this, you know, pass by, so we can get back to football. I know that's what everybody's been waiting on, and you know, everybody itching to go outside and, you know, ready to start, you know, doing activities and living life how it were again, and, you know, get to do stuff with no boundaries really. So, but yeah, like I said, it's definitely difficult, and We just can't wait till this stuff pass by.
Yeah, amen to that for sure. I mean, and for you, when you come over, going to you looked at the Raiders as an NFL player, as a division rival for so long, and now you're on the other side of it. I know fans put the Broncos Raiders rivalry so high. Is that going to feel different? Are you looking forward to playing against that old team and kind of getting into the other side of the rivalry again?
Absolutely. I think I am. I'm definitely, fired up about it. I'm on the other side now, as I was opposed, like the last 4 years when I was on the other side with, Denver. So I'm definitely gonna be looking forward to that game, and I'm pretty sure everybody is, just because I didn't went to the Raiders, and still a division rivalry, and like I said, I'll be ready for it and looking forward to it, and just to go out and run wild.
Any for people who don't know, any familiarity, any people you're cool with on the Raiders that are going to help make that jump a little bit more smooth?
Yeah, I know Colton Miller. I'm actually cool with Colton. Colton, went to Roseville High School, and UCLA. He went there, and first round draft pick by the Raiders and everything. So I actually trained with Colton a few times. But he's an offensive lineman, so he can kind of help me, with a lot of that stuff right off the bat. But I've just been, speaking with some of the guys on the team and stuff, and trying to, build that camaraderie with them, and because I'm only there a year, but I just, the more, I can kind of build my relationship with the team, and, getting on the same page, it makes everything easier when the game comes. So.
Yeah, that's great. And as we kind of wind down here, and they're about to move in. It's going to be a first time in Vegas, brand new stadium, maybe without fans for a little while. Who knows what it looks like? But have you had a chance to kind of, even from the air, look at that brand new stadium based there in Vegas and seeing it kind of almost complete?
Yes, I actually just been looking on it like through the internet and stuff like that. I know I haven't, been down Vegas yet and anything like that. So really, I'm really looking forward to checking it out, and seeing that big black bubble from the pictures that I didn't see. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Looks like it's out of Star Wars.
I know, right? It's crazy looking. It looks dope though.
For people, if they haven't seen you in a while, or they might not be familiar with you because you were on the enemy, and Raider fans don't think too highly of Broncos. What are the Raiders getting in Devontae Booker?
They're getting a hard worker. They're getting a guy that's, I'm really just about my work. Go out there, do my work, and I just let my play do the talking. As long as I get my opportunity to do what I do, they won't be disappointed at all, and I won't disappoint myself.
And because you came from Grant High School, I know Mike Albergini. He's a marvel, man. I can't imagine he's still going on. Just what does he mean to not only Grant High School, the Del Paso Heights community, but I mean, do you see an end in sight for this guy?
Yeah, I see it ending soon. Coach Alvin, he's up there. I think he's getting tired of these kids now. I think this probably might be his last year. Who knows? But he means a lot to all of us. Every single one of the guys that that didn't played under Coach Al, he means a lot to all of us. And like I said, I think it's gonna be ending sometime soon. I know he gets tired of all these kids. I go up there and check up on him from time to time at Grant, and he over there cussing him out, and he's just tired. And I know it's gonna end sometime soon. I don't know when, but I just know that time is coming soon.
I feel like even if he ever steps out, like he's never going to be really gone, right? Like even if it's Carl who takes over, or a new coach and takes over the program, he's still going to be there yapping from the sideline.
Yeah, for sure. I think the same thing. Even if he, when he do retire, he'll still probably be at every game or doing something around the school, making sure, the kids is going to class or getting their grades. He'll be gone, from, the program, but he's not going to be gone. So.
Well, I really appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for coming on. I can't wait to find out what new number you're going to be rocking, so Raider fans can, stock up and not get the 46. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That ain't. Oh man, that 46, man, is hard. I'm like, I even when I had signed, I was just thinking like, man, what number am I gonna get? Try looking at the roster, and I'm just looking like there's literally no numbers. Like, so I don't know what number they gonna give me. Equipment guy called me the other day, and he's like, yeah, Devontae, this is, equipment guy for the Raiders, and, we're trying to get you a number and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, what you got? He's like, it ain't nothing. It's like, slim pickings. I'm like, I kind of figured that. And then he's like, only number we really have is 46. I'm like, I'm like 46. I'm like, man. I'm like, how y'all end up coming about that number? Because it seemed like it should have been another number that I figured that was going to be open. And basically, that was the only number they had. I was trying to, get a lower digit number or something, or even rock a single digit just for preseason and get out of it if another number, came open. So
Yeah.
I guess they wasn't having that, and they just threw me in 46 for the time being. So we'll see what happens.
That's hilarious. I appreciate you sharing that. Thank you so much, man. I'm really thrilled for you, and hopefully next time we can do this in person, and continued success to you. And I can't say enough good things for you for your future. I think it's going to be a really great experience for you, your family, and stay safe during this whole thing.
Thank you, Sean. Likewise.